Yo, what up, fellas? It's Naked X Predator here, or Trippy, whatever you want to know me by, go me by. And like I said in my first story time, if you guys could, please tag Luna or X Code in the comments because they are the ones that made me want to create this storytime channel. Anyways, like I said, all these story times are legit, real stories that actually happened in my life. Today I'm going to be talking about the first time I actually smoked weed. The first time I actually maybe got high. I don't know. They say when you first smoke weed, you don't really get high. Anyways, just to make names not come, I don't know. I don't want to be exposing any of my friends. So I'm going to be calling this guy Steve. So Steve was a guy that I met in middle school and we used to play Xbox with. Yada yada. We became really close. And all of a sudden, Steve had another class with me in ninth grade. And he's like, oh, I did something crazy this weekend, right? Long story short, I kind of found out he smoked weed over the weekend, and I was never about it. And I was like, oh, man, I kind of want to try it. So he was like, okay, then let's hang out at my house this weekend, and not my house, but Steve's house, and let's smoke. I was like, okay, let's do it. He's like, you don't want to do it? I was like, no, let's do it. And then all of a sudden, Steve had this cousin. He's the one. He also went to high school with us. He was in the same grade and us and everything. So we'll call this cousin Justin. So Justin is the one actually who brought the weed. And so anyways, long story short, again, I keep saying long story short. I don't know why. So my mom drops me off at Steve's house on Friday. And then all of a sudden, Steve's older sister picks us up or takes us to pick up Justin, which is their cousin. So Justin has the weed. And anyways, Justin comes over, and then as soon as we get to back to Steve's house, we go in his room and anything. And Justin pulls out the bag and he's like, "Yo, I got this." And it was probably like a quarter Ziploc baggie full of Reggie. And at the time, I never knew what weed looked like. I never even smoked, never did any of that, right? Because I was very athletic. And I was just like, so that's what weed looks like, right? And it looked like a bag of dirt. It really did. I'm not going to lie. I was like, so that's what weed looks like. I was like, damn, we're going to get high. We're going to get high tonight. And they're like, no, not tonight. We're going to do it tomorrow because his mom was there. So anyways, normal night. Wake up the next morning. And my mom's picking me up around like probably 4 or 5 o'clock. And we wake up at like 9 because we're like, oh, we're going to smoke early. And we had nothing to smoke out of. And should never do this because we smoked out of a pop can. So never do that. Never smoke out of aluminum. Just never smoke out of anything that's not meant to smoke out of. So we're looking up on YouTube. We're like, how are we going to smoke? Because we had nothing to smoke out of. So we made a pop can bowl, or they did, because I have no idea what I'm doing. And we go outside, and there's just like a car that nobody drives or whatever in that family. So we go out to that car, and we get inside it, and we start smoking it, and we hotboxing it. And I'm like, oh, I'm just excited to like start blowing tricks and smoke tricks and stuff with my mouth and everything. And Steve and Justin are like hitting it. They hit it first, and they give it to me. They're like, all right, you ready, Trippy? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So like we made a carb cap and everything. And told me to put my thumb over that carb cap. I mean, obviously you guys know how to smoke, but like back in the day, they're like, Steve's like, all right, Trippy, put your thumb over the carb cap. I'm gonna light it for you because I didn't use lighters back. This was like 2015 or 2014. I was only 15, and all of a sudden they light it for me, and I take that hit, and I wanted to blow like a smoke trick, like an O and everything, and I just start coughing and dying. I'm like, ooh, ooh, I'm losing my mind. I'm just not losing my mind, but just coughing. I'm just like, oh my god, how do you guys like this and that? And I'm just dying, and it's kind of hazy in the car already, right? So, anyways, I keep dying, this and that. They're hitting it back and forth, and I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna do any more smoke tricks. And we smoked 2 bowls. And we smoked 2 bowls, and all of a sudden, we got out of the car, and I'm not really feeling that different. We go back in the house, and they start making pizza rolls in the oven, and all of a sudden, I start feeling like lightheaded. Not in a bad way, but like just lightheaded. I'm kind of like, ooh, like happy a little bit. So this is when I first start getting high. Like I'm like a little happy, and I'm like, ooh. And then like I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Like there's a bathroom upstairs, but I went downstairs. Like, why is he going downstairs? So I like sprinted down the stairs and I start like jumping all over the place. And I'm like, holy fuck, is this what it feels like to be high? And I don't know if I had a placebo effect or not, or if I was really high, but I was just like kind of like jittery and like excited. And then I run back upstairs. I sit back down. I'm feeling really lightheaded, and they're like, "What's happening?" And I'm just like cheesing hard as fuck, smiling, laughing, and then like they bring out the pizza rolls, and I'm just like high as fuck, and they're like, "Dude, are you good?" And I'm like, "I'm good," like just cheesing, like laughing, and I didn't know what I was really feeling at the time, because like I said, like when you first get high, they say you don't really get high, but I think I was high. I'm not sure, and I was kind of like scared at the same time though, because I was like, well, actually, I wasn't really scared because my mom was gonna get me for another 4 hours, but at the same time, I was like I said, I don't know if I was high or not, so I was like, I was totally okay to be around my mom. But yeah, my mom was gonna get me, and anyways, that was really the first time I got high. So like, if you guys enjoyed this one, please let me know. If not, like I said, I got a lot more I can relate to. Drop it down in the comments, like a relation you had or something, or a story time you want me to tell. Like I have a lot of story times that are gonna be entertaining. So just let me know down below, and hopefully you all check out the next one. Thanks for watching.